We appreciate the fact that we get to get better and smarter when it comes to that good D.
Hell yeah.
Good defense.
That good D.
Great defense.
Love that
That
good
great
D.
Oh, slinging that good D all around the NFL.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Everything DB with Darius J. Butler.
Let's go. We got week 2. I got my Orlowski notepad here. Let's see what play we starting off with.
Yeah, my thing died, so somebody in the back's going to have to run this. Let's go, Brucey
Bruce,
boy.
Bruce, and we talked about Burrow struggles. I believe it came from the toxic table earlier this week that he's been on the same page, right on the same page in the second half of this game with T. Higgins, not quite on the same page yet with Jamar Chase. But this is Joe Burrow down in the red area where he's been fantastic since he started his career.
Yep.
You'll see Geno Stone kind of pick on him here.
That's a fake name.
Geno Stones?
It's not a real name.
Geno Stone, 2'6", safety for the Ravens. So down at the bottom, you got Jamar Chase, obviously. You got the safety over the top, so you're showing like a two-shell look. So quarterback-wise, you're like, all right, that guy's probably going to be gone. But as a quarterback, you still want to at least look that way to control that backside safety. He doesn't. So now take your eyes off of Geno Stone for a second. Up here in the slot, T. Higgins.
Ooh.
Second receiver, we count outside in 1-2. T. Higgins is going to run like an indie route and then take it vertically. And Geno Stone is just going to read the eyes of Joe Burrow. Perfect, Pat.
Thank you.
That's a good route.
It is a good route. Great route. You run it on Madden, works all the time. But Geno Stone, this is not Madden. Geno Stone's eyes. Joe Burrow never sees him.
Just got stoned.
And, just makes a great play on the ball. That's obviously the most important part about DB, the finish in the play. So just reading this from the beginning, hit play, boom, there we go. Once again, and Jamar Chase had his guy beat. He had space down there if you look. But Joe Burrow, you'll see it better from the back copy. His eyes stayed front side the entire time, and like a good safety does, reading those eyes of a quarterback. And once again, typically not something you see from Joe Burrow. He hasn't been this easy to read over the early part of his career, but boom, take the snap, and his eyes go right there. Quick peek to his left, and it's there the whole time, and that backside safety's going to feast on it. You saw it last week with Jesse Bates. Did the same thing to a young quarterback, Bryce Young, and now this is a veteran at this point getting picked on the same way.
Are we worried about Joe Burrow?
Yeah, why is he easy to read now?
I mean, I'm worried. You know, he became the highest paid player in the league, so we've seen him go to a Super Bowl. We've seen him be obviously phenomenal on the college level.
White parties.
So long-term,
his playoff numbers, too, they're being called into question this year.
A lot of commercials.
Long-term wise, we took a vote last week. I don't know if it's still the same.
You guys sound like some hating ass.
We all said
Kirk Cousins graphic, you remember it. We talked about it.
You're right.
We all said last week. Are we out now on Burrow already?
No. Just confused.
I'm not out on him yet either, but you saw he tweaked the injury. That's not going to make it any better. But right now it's getting picked on. Surprising to see.
Yikes.
Now we got the Cowboys here. Zach Wilson, another guy who's been getting picked on kind of since he stepped foot in the league. And this defense, I mean, they're already tough. 5 points per game in the first 2 games. Only gave up 10 points in the first 2. You don't want to get behind in this defense because you got Michael Parsons, you got DeMarcus Lawrence, and the rest of these guys hunting. Once you get in this position when these guys are just hunting, you know they're going to be dropping back, passing the ball, not in a good position. Right here, we're in an empty formation, but you got these 2 guys in the C area, so it's almost like a max protection set. But I want you to keep your eyes on this guy back here, former first-round pick, Malik Hooker. A lot of studs on this defense. He doesn't get talked about enough. He got paid this offseason as well.
Yeah.
What's that?
He was a Colt.
Former Colt, top 15 pick.
He's a Buckeye.
He's a Pittsburgh guy.
Towards ACL, I believe his rookie year on a low hook. But just watch. You see where he's starting right now. Watch the range that he has on this field. Watch the field, the ground that he covers. And once again, deep post safety, reading the eyes of that quarterback. Because once again,
no way.
Holy shit.
I mean, and this is why this guy was drafted out of Ohio State, top 15. It got a lot of people compared him to Ed Reed with the type of field that he covered. And once again, and you look up top, Trevon Diggs got beat by Garrett Wilson with this double move, which is something that, people have been talking about. Hey, he's greedy, he jumps plays. He's beat. That's a touchdown if Hooker doesn't come from the other side of the field, outside of the hash to make that play. And he probably doesn't make the play long way. And you'll see it from the back copy again. He probably doesn't make this play if Zach Wilson at least holds him in the middle of that field. You see quarterbacks a lot of times at least hold that free safety to control him and then go left. Big Ben was one of the best I played against that did it.
Hell yeah.
But Zach Wilson, he maybe takes a quick peek middle, but he's there the whole time. The whole time, boom. And you got a double move over there, so you expect Garrett Wilson probably create some separation to win. Give him something this way and then go there late. I think that would have helped.
Oh, no. Is there team chemistry issues?
Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
Got left hanging.
Well, he's got to thank our Lord and Savior first.
Jay's trash.
Oh, I thought he was pointing at Big Mike.
Do you think Zach Wilson throwing 3 picks was more of a product of Dallas being very good, or does he still absolutely stink at football?
I mean, it's a combination. You got
Wow.
He stunk. He stunk since he's come in. And now, A-Rod took all the reps going into it, so he's still figuring it out with his coordinator. You heard Dano talking about that relationship. He stunk, though. The product is what it is. I think Shannon Sharp said he couldn't play dead in a horror movie.
Yep.
I think was
great.
the line. So it's
good.
tough. But playing against Dallas, that's probably going to be the best defense he sees all year, especially being down, 20 points in the fourth quarter. That's not a good place for any quarterback to be.
What do teams think when they're playing Zach Wilson? And also, in this tape, are these dudes open a lot and he's just missing them, or?
There are guys. I mean, you got good receivers out there. Lazard, you got Garrett Wilson, who is one of the best young receivers in the league. Guys are open, but once you get behind, Zach Wilson isn't. And a lot of quarterbacks are this way. You're not trying to be back behind a couple scores where you're dropping back, throwing that ball.
Yeah.
But guys are open, and it's just a matter of finding them and hitting them. That's the tough part. And if you're getting hit, if you got Michael Parsons out there, with them eyes. That ain't a good.
Yeah, what's his? He's a psycho.
Yeah, trying to kill people.
I love that.
When you started talking about it, you saw it kind of in his eyes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh shit.
His eyes. That's a nice fucking fish.
Yeah.
Big fucking
eye.
eyes, but a nice fucking fish. That is literally what he looked like when he started talking about being a psycho. It's like, damn, here we go. Terry McLaurin, what's he doing to a defense?
He's a dog, and this was the guy that I was hoping we got in Indy on this offseason. We did not.
Close,
Commanders
though.
figured, it was close, like we thought at least.
Almost had him.
Yeah, but they figured out a way to keep him in D.C.
He did, remember?
But right here, we got a 4x1 set, so that's 4.
Feels like we were not close to ever.
No.
Yeah, I think we were just kind of
With AR, though.
speaking into existence.
Yeah, we were certainly trying our best. Loud.
Guys are going to want to play with AR.
You're right.
For sure.
So right here we got four up and to the left on defense. We got a quarter situation, so a split safety look. Down, and this is going to be a common thing with this play and the next play, those post over routes. We saw a ton of them last year. From the left side, Dotson is going to kind of run an over route. The number 2 receiver is going to run a 7 route. That's up top. Yep, there we go. Number 2 receiver is kind of going to run a 7 route, which is going to hold that backside safety's eyes. Down here on the bottom, Terry McLaurin is going straight post. And this front side safety, I believe, is Justin Simmons. Once you have 4 away from you as a safety, just like you saw with Geno Stone, you're trying to, and Jordan Whitehead with his pick last week as well, you're always trying to go back and find some work and still something coming from that backside. But when you have Terry McLaurin, you got to be aware of your personnel. That should be priority number 1 for that safety over there. It was not here. Sam Howell, I mean, he's gotten sacked 10 times his first 2 games, but he's been dialing up, obviously 2-0.
Wow.
And that's a hell of a ball. That's conviction. That's confidence. As a quarterback, that's what you want to see. You'll see him manipulate the pocket back here and step into this throw, make this throw. And that's a read. You trust it. Whoa. And what Terry McLaurin has been.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Absurd.
That view right there. Are you
if you
serious?
pause that on the catch, and that, I mean, that's the confidence you want in your receiver. Terry McLaurin, since being in the league, has been one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver at the point of that point of attack when that ball's in the air. It's 3 guys. This is one of those things you throw at the Megatron. He coming down with it. 1-7 has been that.
What a ball.
That was a dart.
Yeah. That's a ball that's high. That backside safety did a pretty decent job getting back there because the front side safety should be there, which was Simmons. The corner was over the top and outside, which he will be as a quarters corner.
Spinning it.
But and Ron Rivera's been seeing this in practice for a while now. Now we're seeing it. Sam Howell.
No, Ron was not. He did not see it.
He was sleeping.
Yeah, this
I don't
is
even saw this.
Pooped his
Right there.
pants on
D-Bar,
Sunday
you
when
mentioned
I
it.
saw this.
You mentioned his a knack like in the pocket. Look at him just naturally just get away from the pressure, no big deal, stays calm, and then pulls the trigger. Man.
Yeah, and that's something you know with young quarterbacks. You know, if you're getting beat up, you're getting hit in that pocket. That can mess with your confidence. That can mess with what you're seeing down the field. You start looking at that rush. But Sam Howell, even with being sacked, I think he got sacked 4 times this game, maybe 6 the first game. For him to still have that confidence, keeping his eyes down the field and making these throws.
What a laser.
I think he will.
What a laser.
To
Got a
get
guy.
better, man.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a dude. He's definitely a dude for sure.
Is this a new thing this year? Are we putting teams that lose on everything DB, or what's going on here?
Who lost?
Who lost?
The Broncos.
That
Yeah,
was
the Commanders. It was Terry McLaurin play.
Oh, okay, so we weren't.
That was bad
No,
D.
that was bad D. Right, the
Bad
first two
D.
were good
Okay.
D.
Oh, what's that? They were what?
This is
Say
bad
it,
D.
AJ.
Go ahead.
Bad D.
Yeah.
But the first two,
Sorry, we're about that good D.
First
Good
two
D.
was good D.
Ain't that right, AJ?
Always good D.
no.
Oh, wow. Look at you turning the corner.
Gotta be
Wasn't
rocked
good
up.
D.
You can be rocked up to play good D.
Bingo.
Sometimes.
That's right. Happy we're moving you, too, as you're giving your D take.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, here we go. Same thing. So, alumni section. You know,
Is this
we
good
get
D or
around
bad
us.
D?
This is bad D.
Oh!
This was a
God,
big,
that ED.
We want to sling good D around here.
big completion from Lamar to Zay Flowers. Lamar had a much better, much cleaner game. He was seeing the field well. He was confident in his throws. He was making his throws. Zay Flowers, once again, had a fantastic afternoon. Now, this is a route, once again, that we see a lot of times. A lot of things in the NFL you're going to see over and over and over. And a lot of times in the same part of the field. You got Patrick Ricard. You got Mark Andrews in there kind of tight. You got a 3-by-1 set right now. And it's going to shift. You'll see this post safety. Now they're going to shift and flip the formation to the opposite side. Now the communication comes now. Okay, for this post safety, if you get this over route, which you're going to get at the bottom of the screen, so he's going to run towards the middle of the field, and then up top, Zay Flowers is going to run a post route. If that safety vacates that middle of the field and dives down on that over route, Lamar Jackson's read is to go up top on that post. Now Zay Flowers, smaller receiver, but once again, another great receiver when it comes to point of attack when that ball is in the air. So you see him stem that receiver outside. Now this backside corner, if you pause it, Pat, once he passes, so this was communicated pre-snap. This was part of communicating in meetings. Hey, if we get this set and we get this over post, free safety. You take this over route, and this backside corner here is going to climb and try to get to Zay Flowers. And once again, because the quarterback is never going to see this backside guy. You saw it with Burrow in this same game. So that's the only player that can help that corner up top who's an outside leverage. He almost gets there, but once again, just like that Sam Hall ball, this is a ball right on the money and a big-time player making a big-time play.
That's a sweet.
Zay Flowers is a guy.
He's a dude.
That's a sweet coverage if it works, though.
He's a dude. Yeah, I mean, if it works. That's obviously if it fits, we'd all be drunk. But he got there close. Here we go.
Great ball.
Boom.
Freaking dot.
And over the
Zay
years,
ran a good route though too, D. But didn't he? Because if he creeps any more, towards the hash, that ball might get picked. Like he stayed on the numbers too for most of it.
yeah, if we go back to the wide copy, you'll see that stem that Zay Flowers getting. And this is the difference between good receivers and okay receivers. And this is a young guy already knowing this, already having the feel for these routes. You'll see the leverage up top. Actually, you saw it right there. If you rewind it, I didn't see that earlier. But you'll see the communication after they flip this formation between that corner and that safety. He's giving them that signal like, hey, if my guy goes across, you're going to take him and I'm going to climb. But they actually got it flipped. And you saw them flip the formation. So maybe they anticipated or maybe they put it on film the opposite way before. But watch this route up top. He's going to stem him outside and then go kind of skinny, more of a skinny post because if he flattens it more,
wide.
that backside safe corner gets there. And once again, a great ball from
Hey,
Lamar.
that's genius stuff, though. That's football IQ stuff.
Yeah,
Realizing, right? Zay, that's from Zay, knowing that, because everybody has this route on paper. Okay,
Everybody.
Zay, here's what you're running.
Yep.
But it's the intricacies of how you run it that set up the leverage and also keep this guy out of it. I mean, keeping this guy out of it is a big deal in this particular coverage.
And these are the small things that people will look at a receiver or look at somebody and say, hey, man, this guy was drafted first, second round. He's big, he's fast, he's this, he's that. Why is he on the field? Why isn't he getting these reps? And these are the little things that separate players at any position, but wide receivers in this example, just stemming it, having the patience. And now the quarterback knows that's helping the quarterback too, because if he flattens it, the quarterback probably leads him a little more that way, and he throws him into that corner. But, I mean, look at that ball,
Look how
man.
clean the pocket was, too. There was – Lamar could have sat there for another
Lamar standing up
seconds.
proud in that pocket. Yeah, he felt comfortable.
Are the Ravens?
Ravens are a squad.
Feels like it.
Again,
They're a real deal,
You got Patrick Ricard back there who's basically an extra offensive lineman.
Awesome.
Not worried at all about that pass rush. Boom.
Extra quarterback.
And look at that ball, man. Bam.
Bam! Bam! Bad D, good balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has some bad D, has some
That's a
good
tough
D.
combo.
Yeah.
Some call it the Irish curse. It's true.
That's hilarious.
There you go. Good ball.
Hey, we appreciate the hell out of you.
Baby,